Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives? Hello and welcome to another episode of So Are the Days of Our Lives? I'm your host, Olivia Willis, and today I have just what a guy, Bear Brummel, with me. Hello, Bear, and welcome to the podcast.
Oh my God, Olivia Willis, what a girl. Big fan. Thanks for having me, Olivia.
The feeling is mutual. I mean, if there was somebody who I'm like, I want to know what his 2 cents on Days of Our Lives is, Bear Brummel's at the top of the list.
Man, and I have 2, I have 4, I have 5 cents. I have so much to say about the 35 minutes of the most information I've been given at one point. What a show, I must say.
Truly. I mean, that's
like truly insane.
I have in the past described it as like Sudoku, but a TV show. Like it feels like it's helping my brain.
Yeah. There's a 9x9 grid, and each character has their own little space inside of it. And sometimes you're solving this one in the corner with the plastic surgery twins, and then sometimes you're over in the other corner with the girl who's quote unquote planning her abortion. This was insane. It was just insane at
times.
Guys,
listeners, this is TV that keeps your brain young, and you heard it here first.
That's true. Watch it 5 times a week.
Watch it 5 times a week, and you will go insane. Actually, those are the side effects. You will go insane and think you can start a podcast where you talk about it with your friends who don't watch it.
Well, I'm honestly, but I may be a watcher from now on because that one episode, I don't know if I can commit to 5 days a week.
No, of course not.
I can barely do the crossword 5 days a week. Like I don't know if I can do 5 days of our lives 5 days a week.
No, but honestly, hey, next time you're just like, what are those crazy kids up to? Just dive in.
Just tune back in.
Yeah, come on. Available on Peacock. Okay, so Bear, you've alluded to this. You have no prior experience watching soap operas with Days of Our Lives.
None really at all. I did the show where David Sedaris talks about One Life to Live all the time. Like he's the apparent famous fan, David Sedaris, of soap operas. But like,
amazing.
That didn't mean I watched none. I watched none of that.
This is like if I just need to turn my brain off and like put something on the TV, like comfort TV show. Do you have a show like that? If so, what is it? Or if not, what like activity do you have that's like that?
It is I do play a lot of video games, so like that is definitely that. But in between, you know, when those things are happening, because sometimes like you really truly, like you're saying, like playing video games is not actually turning your brain off.
It's active.
You're doing something. It's passively active, but it's active, right? And so the shows that I constantly come back to are reality cooking television shows. I love every episode of Top Chef. I love every episode of Bake Off. I love the like Korean class specific like cooking shows on Netflix. Those are phenomenal. I love I'll watch MasterChef Junior.
Ooh,
I'll watch Next Level Chef. I'll watch Crime Scene Kitchen. We've talked about Crime Scene Kitchen, which is actually wild. Again, wild. But again, turn your brain off, like have in the background. If I want to like watch TV, I'll watch, a show, an episodic, something with plot, something with arc. But if I just like want to throw something in the background after a shift, then it's going to be people cooking food.
And I feel like that's a perfect, you have the like, whatever adrenaline thing of the competition show. And it's just like, wow, look at that good food.
They're also, even the bad ones are so good.
Yeah.
They all make such great food. And I'm not a huge chef and cook myself, but the knowledge I have gained over the years of watching these shows, the things that
so you're training, so you're bettering yourself.
I'm training. It's, what do you call it? It's kinetic energy. It's just waiting to, it's just waiting to unleash. In the kitchen
I can't wait until the day you end up as one of the amateur chefs on the bottom level of Next Level Chef.
Oh my God, the home chef, that'll be me, and I'll stay on the bottom. Let me tell you, I will.
I am not making my way out that level.
Anyways, but we're not talking about Next Level Chef, Olivia.
But this isn't.
That'll be
so
my
are
podcast,
the next levels of our chef. This is So are the days
So
of
are
our
the days of our
lives.
lives.
Question mark, exclamation mark.
Exactly.
Punctuation is very important here. So iconically, Days of Our Lives does not title their episodes, I think because they have to put out so many all the time. So the episodes are only marked by season and episode and the date that they aired. So I'm trying to play
wild.
a fun little game where by the end of our recap, we decide like what we would title this episode. So
Huge. I'll keep that in mind.
keep that in mind, and we'll tag some contenders and pick by the end.
There are a few, I'm sure.
I bet. Okay, are we ready to dive in?
I would love to.
Okay, we're talking season 60, episode 90. That's still pretty early in season 60.
I was scrolling for so long through the app to get down to 90.
Yeah.
You start at like 280.
280.
It was yesterday, apparently. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
That's the thing. I'm so far behind.
There was a line in here. The lady whistleblower says something about
a relentless taskmaster,
a show that airs 5 times a week, an evil giant that needs to be fed. And I was like, the writers wrote this.
They are creating your own some behavior.
You're creating your own problem here.
They truly are. Yeah. So I'm trying to work my way from being pretty far behind. This episode aired Friday, December 27th, 2024. So we're within the year, but not by much.
Not by much, and definitely in the prior calendar year.
In the past calendar year. Yeah. This episode kicks off with a 2-line, 30-second. There's a lot of dead air in this first scene.
A lot of glaring.
Yeah. This scene exists only to set up the fact that there are twin concepts in this episode. We're at the DiMera mansion. Fancy British man E.J. DiMera enters his living room to find this man lounging in a black satin robe eating breakfast. E.J. literally just walks in and goes, "Arnold," and looks around in shock.
And Arnold says, "Morning," in like, what a lovely night we had last night.
I know.
Because again, no context for any of this. Not a familiar face.
Yeah.
So when he comes in and says Arnold, and then the very next face that I see is a woman calling this same face Rafe.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Oh, you are not setting me up for success.
Yeah, so sorry.
I mean, here's the thing. Give me 2 more minutes and I got it. But like opening up the episode with a back-to-back cut of
Arnold, Rafe.
Exactly. Purely a name, purely just saying a name. I was baffled. But that being said, they do a great job of exposing and then again and exposing like so much of the story that eventually you can't help but get all of it.
By the end, you're like, oh, I do know what happened.
Yeah.
You
do a great job.
And it's a practice in patience.
Catch up. And also this is not a good show for the people who go, "Who's that?"
Yes.
Or what are they doing? And what do they do? It's like, so many times you have to be like, it's a movie. Like eventually they will explain it to you. This is like hell for that person.
For sure.
Eventually they will, but you'll have met 13 people beforehand. So.
And, you just have to let it wash over you in the meantime.
Mm-hmm. Truly.
So we got identifying Arnold in EJ's house. Then we see Rafe at home with Jada. His different fiancé. People, same face. Same face and body and voice because they're played by the same actor.
Yeah, it's great. How could you mistake those eyebrows?
Never. Those are singular brows.
That is a singular man.
Yes.
I definitely took a lot of notes of being like, who the heck? Why are they? Yep. And then again, by the end of the episode, I go, oh, spoilers, of course, to whoever's not watched episode whatever
90
50 90 again, where you're like, he's got plastic surgery. So that's my thing is he a twin, or is he just a sort of a poser who wants the face of?
He's a Frankenstein's monster, basically.
And also like a mustache twirling villain. Like is so like
dark.
Oh, just dark. Energy is dark and like eating broccoli. Like, you know what I mean? Like the eating, exactly, the like juicing of the fruit. Like he's so caricature of an evil man.
So I often will like put on Days of Our Lives and then leave the room and like go do other stuff.
just leave it be, let it live in its own world.
Exactly. And it's just like osmosis. It's getting in there at some point. So I like turn on an episode and then I come back and I'm literally like, why is Rafe acting like that? And then like 20 minutes later, I was like,
oh, that
Arnold, what? Like I had missed this entire thing. So yeah, it's hilarious.
Do we know like Arnold before the face off? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think so. So from my little teeny tiny research, I think his plot line started in like the 2010s. And I think maybe there was like a picture of like the real Arnold's face, but it was always the guy who plays Rafe also playing the plastic surgeon Arnold Feniger.
The guy Feniger, we don't get that. But we do find out that EJ and his dad are responsible for it.
Yes.
Which I'm like, or at least help set it up. I was like, wow, again, what a twisted web we weave.
What a tangled web we weave.
It is truly like, he was great. He's great though. Magnetic. I know.
God love him.
That fruit.
Chomping that fruit, drinking out of empty cups. We love to see
the tiniest orange juice glass I've ever seen in my life.
And
he's like, do you have any more vodka? Do you have any more vodka? And I'm like, to put where? That's the smallest.
You're full up.
You're full up.
Let's get back into it. Wow, we had to break down the Arnold Rafe dichotomy. Honestly, the Arnold Rafe dichotomy, contender for title of that.
Yeah. True.
So yeah, the real Rafe, he's at home with Jada. We know this because Jada helpfully starts the scene by saying, Rafe, these two are engaged. They're planning their wedding. But who knew planning a wedding takes so much work? Rafe weirdly brags about how he and his ex-wife Nicole did the right thing by getting married at City Hall, which Jada understandably doesn't love.
How romantic.
I know. He tries to make up for it with this like cheesy romantic line. Jada has to leave for work, so she's the current police commissioner. He's the former police commissioner.
That position is over. That position's not already taken. Jack A. Harry told me. I was like, okay, sorry, not to jump ahead, but
no, of course.
Talk about magnetic presences. Yes. Magnetic. But I gotta say, Jada is like, I gotta go to work. False exits and then sits back down and is like, you know what? Let's actually decide the date of our wedding. Yeah. Like, let just wait. Hold on, just real quick. Let's just how about your birthday?
I can't. Yeah, how about your own birthday? That is fucked up.
That's psychotic. Just like, and as I'm about to leave, what do we think about your birthday for
What about
wedding?
We're going to get into it. I'm now jumping ahead. What about your birthday that's in 1 month?
Oh, right. She's like, he's like, it's January. And it's
psychosis.
I know it is. I mean, yeah, that's like that. Jada, I think we're supposed to, that's the thing too, is watching this episode. I'm like, who do I actually root for?
Yeah.
Like, which of these teens do I actually root for? Which of these, like who do I care about here?
Yeah,
and it felt like Jada was somebody I should care about, but this was psychotic behavior.
That's the thing. I feel like everybody actually does sort of sort into this like net hero, net villain.
Mm-hmm.
And like EJ and Arnold are both like villains.
Yeah.
No matter what good stuff EJ does, he will always at his core be a villain.
Right.
Yeah. And like Jada, even if she were to get into some nefarious stuff, I think would always in her core be a hero.
Yeah, sure.
Same with Rafe. So how cool for that actor to be like, I have a hero and I have a villain. Oh,
Jekyll and Hyde.
God, classic.
I mean, expanding that resume day after day.
Yes, truly showing range.
Showing range every day, 5 days a week.
Meanwhile, in the hotel room where Leo Stark lives, Leo
Stark. Who is that Leo's name?
Leo Stark, that is his name.
Called him Lady Whistleblower the whole episode.
As well you should. No.
Feels like a Gossip Girl thing. Am I wrong here?
Yes. So I'll explain Lady Whistleblower now.
Thank you.
Leo Stark got a job writing a local gossip column for the local newspaper. I say local gossip because it's just gossip from around town.
Yeah, that sounds
he then
right.
published in the newspaper under the pseudonym Lady Whistleblower. And I think it was a Bridgerton vibe we were playing into at the time. Lady Whistledown.
Yes, right.
Lady
So it is Lady Whistleblower.
Yeah. Clumsier than Lady Whistledown.
I see what they're doing. It's like people don't care so much about Bridgerton anymore. So
it's a little off.
We're moving it back.
So, and like, we've committed to the lady whistleblower stuff. Like it's a big part of the show.
So much so that there's a spinoff called Lady Whistleblower, which is, again, clumsy as can be.
I know.
They're really abstracting this.
Every time I'm writing out my recaps and I'm like, the fake lady whistleblower, I want to say lady whistleblower, but I can't bring myself to it.
It's bad. It's bad tough to say, read in the subtitles, because I, of course, was watching with subtitles.
Of course. Yeah, that's Leo Stark is in the hotel room where he lives.
I don't think he's ever called Leo.
Probably not.
Episode.
They really are inconsistent about when they're like, you don't need to know their name in this episode. Like they sometimes are really heavy-handed and sometimes not.
He called the other guy Dougie Boy.
Dougie Boy.
So
yeah, that's fair.
It's good to know
that's fair.
At least close enough with the Doug over there.
Yeah.
But also, what was going on with the sort of like noir jazz as he's like opening the door? Like he's like perhaps I'll open the door. Like the stingers underneath.
The underscoring
it was delightful. But again, I'm like, what is the energy of this person? Because at the end of the day, you're selling a cheap necklace for the guy.
Yeah, Leo.
You're not like the PI.
Right. Leo is maybe one of my favorite characters because I think he straddles the villain hero dichotomy because he started out as a capital V villain, but like I think just has a heart of gold and just wants to write his gossip in the newspaper.
Like a classic like Puck. Like just sort of like,
yes, he's a little sprite,
right? Like, yeah, very sprite. Yes.
And he just maybe musically they don't know how to tonally support him sonically.
Wild. Where I was like, I truly was like, oh my god, we're getting this like Gossip Girl thing because it's so high suspense and high tension, and he's calling him like lady whistleblower. No, that's me. Only it was this wild. Thing. Again, character introduction. To someone I had never seen before. Great sweater, by the way.
Great. I wrote fuzzy purple limited 2-esque sweater. Like girly pop 2000 sweater. Obsessed. The scene also, I'm obsessed. It starts with Leo reading his horoscope. Good morning, Capricorn. Or should we say, beware the morning? And then he goes, happy birthday to me. And I'm like, why is the theme birthdays? Like what?
It was Christmas yesterday.
It was Christmas yesterday. We also never go back to the fact that it's his birthday. Like what a weird.
Can we say I know like this is still early days in the episode, but I have so much to say about I am the only person I know whose birthdays go in reverse. I've thought about that since the minute he said it. What does that mean? I am the only person I know whose birthdays, plural, go in reverse.
He never ages. He's perpetually 29.
His birthdays go in reverse. That's such a catty thing to say. That's such like an old camp thing to say.
It's a very Will and Grace line.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. That is Karen. Like, I'm the only person I know whose birthdays go in reverse. Okay, it makes so much sense now. I was so confused.
I love that was the thing that you were like, I can't get it. I can't figure it out.
Well, I think he's talking in platitudes and like sort of whimsy and all those things. But that to me was like, no, that just makes you sound crazy. What are insane.
You're sick.
But it goes in reverse. I see. You never get older than 40, of course.
Yeah. He's reading the paper. He wants some quote hot goss fresh off the griddle, which I'm obsessed with. And he's reading about this new lady whistle. Oh, so this is the other thing about Lady Whistleblower. So they are making a soap opera within the soap opera. Like Leo's job is he is the head writer of the soap opera they are all making together called Body and Soul.
Amazing.
So Lady Whistleblower, and I hate to say it, but I have to go with it.
Thank you for saying it.
Has started publishing Body and Soul spoilers in the paper. So this is why Leo is haunted by Lady Whistleblower.
The spoilers are coming out.
The call is coming from inside the house. The call is coming from inside the Salem Inn.
Which Leo is staying at.
Where Leo is staying.
And has apparently like decorated to match his outfit that day.
I'm just like, get the man an apartment. This must be so expensive.
It looks so lonely. I didn't think there was a single window in there.
Yeah, he goes to read the new lady whistleblower column. The column talks about how Leo is going crazy trying to figure out who she is. She reports that she may just have to show up at Leo's door to reveal herself and put him out of his misery. And then there's a knock at the door.
Knock at the
And Leo's like, oh my God, she's here. And I'm always like, you guys are dumb.
You guys are. This is not
dumb.
how that works. Not how it works. Also, this is the height of that jazz noir music.
Yes,
it was like knock, knock, knock.
You really think something important's going to happen?
Oh my God. And then in walks Dougie Boy.
Boy, who I call plain white man number 5. I'm so, no disrespect to this man, but
I'm not
like
being helped by the outfit, the
so
wardrobe is like
generic.
so milk toast.
Yes.
American Idol audition 2010. Like bad, like really bad. Like bad. Like I don't know. And it was one of those things. He came in, I was like, are you
who could you be
for? I like couldn't even just like prescribe a character upon him.
Totally.
Until he was like, did you sell that necklace? My great grandmother's wife.
Yeah,
my
and
grandfather's
it's like, wait,
wife?
we're doing
like,
jewel thieves? Like what?
And then he whips out the necklace, and I was like, ugh, it's bad. It's a bad necklace.
Shouldn't have stole it.
Yeah, I shouldn't have stole that one.
You're not going to get enough money for it. Give it back.
Well, spoilers, you're not going to get any money for it. Just give it back. You'll feel better.
But he's desperate. He's so desperate, he'll go to Leo Stark's door. Okay, now we're going to venture into teen drama corner, which is my favorite corner of this episode.
Yeah, it's bananas.
Our players are Tate, boy, Sophia, dark-haired girl, Holly, blonde girl.
And the baby inside of Sophia.
The surprise 4th player. No, it's not a surprise. Sophia comes running into Tate's place with a duffel bag. She apologizes for being early. She knows the abortion appointment isn't until tomorrow.
The abortion she's planning. The way she said that was so wild.
Something about abortion appointment was crazy.
That they're going to have to go to another. I know we're going to have to cross the border.
They have to cross state lines because
that's what he said. I was like,
because
that
her parents
so
won't consent.
Yeah, crazy.
Drag the state of Illinois.
Is that where they are?
That is where they are. Salem, Illinois is where this show is set.
Very cool. I don't think anyone was outside once, so I didn't see any...
very interior, very internal.
It's easier to control the lighting.
Yes. So the abortion appointment isn't until tomorrow, but she wants to get on the road as soon as possible. Yeah. Suddenly there's a knock at the door and a voice calls out, "It's Holly, Tate's girlfriend." And they are freaking out, and we go straight into like sands through the hourglass. So are the days of our lives.
It did feel like really, really good. Like what an open.
Yeah.
Like
that was the cold open.
To cold open and land us there was like,
oh
yeah, we're still watching a freaking soap opera here. Like it is a clear, like we still are just trying to tease like suspense out of you. Like it was that was effective.
Love it. There's a reason this show's been on for 65 years.
I was gonna say, and also that like title sequence was like you filmed that or like animated that in the 60s and have just been like slowly updating it.
Yes, modernizing it.
Again, which still doesn't look very modern.
Modernizing is a big word, but they have digitized it. Literally, so you can watch the first ever episode of Days of Our Lives on YouTube. And in 1965, it literally was like a shot of a literal hourglass on a curtain covered table with the logo on top of it. So they did switch from practical to digital.
I mean, but that is like legacy TV. Like we are watching, like it still holds the bones.
We're back with Tate and Sophia. Tate wants Sophia to hide. Sophia weirdly resists so that Tate can be like, Sophia, you're the one who didn't want anyone to find out about the pregnancy and the abortion. Yeah. And so then she's like, oh, you're right. I'll leave. And she leaves.
But like just stands in the corner?
Stands out in the hall. Like doesn't hide.
And just like listens.
Just mad.
Yeah. Oh.
So Tate gets himself together. He opens the door. Holly is there. And she just blankly goes, oh, there you are. What took you so long? I'm just like, not a normal way to greet someone when they open the door.
Or to greet someone that you said, I love you to.
I love you too yesterday on
for the
Christmas.
First time ever, on Christmas.
Oh, there you are. What took you so long?
just hiding my baby mama in the hallway over there. Sorry, really sorry.
Insane, insane. Speaking of wrong ways to greet a person, Leo and Doug and Dougie Boy are facing off in the hotel, and Leo goes, "You're not Lady Whistleblower, are you?" I'm just like, look at him. No, he's not
No,
Lady Whistleblower.
that man doesn't know how to gossip. That
No,
man doesn't
and
know
the
how to.
whole time Doug clearly like doesn't know how to engage with a gay person. Like he's just
Mhm.
like, what? And Leo's like, oh, come in. Sorry, it's a bad time. There's this gossip columnist who's trying to ruin my life. And Doug is just like, I just came to ask about the necklace.
I am being bombarded, and yet at the same time, like outfit and hairstyle is like you could absolutely have been there for a glamour date.
Yes.
Like that's like again, not having any context of who this person was.
You were
I was
like,
like,
is
yeah,
this a
this could be Lady Whistleblower there
come
to like be,
on?
and they have like a sort of enemy tension that is
Oh,
going to like I thought maybe this was, but now knowing where the rest of the episode goes, you're like, oh
yeah.
yeah, this boy could not be more
No,
like down
like
home,
corn fed.
straight. Yep.
So, yeah, Doug wants an update about the necklace that he gave Leo to sell. Leo goes, the necklace, that
The
perfect,
perfect,
perfect
perfect
necklace.
necklace. What are you talking about? Because again, 20 seconds later, you're about to show me
I
a piece of
know.
crap.
But yeah, Leo's like, the necklace. There is an update. Dot, dot, dot. We're going to have to wait a couple scenes to get the update. Cliffhanger.
We got to catch a couple of other
Yeah.
corners of the Sudoku box here.
Meanwhile, Jada's still trying to sell Rafe on the birthiversary, as she's calling it, saying it's a surefire way that he'd never forget their anniversary. Men. Bear,
I
will you answer for your kind?
mean, yes, it'd be helpful, but also like that's my birthday, my dude. Like that
Well,
is
also, Jada accuses Rafe of not being willing to share the spotlight with his bride. And I'm like,
just like you're not letting him have it either way here. You're
no.
saying like we can have it on your birthday because you're such an important and very busy man that this way it'll make things easy. But also, are you going to be okay if I also want to celebrate on our
Or
anniversary?
will
It's
it
like
damage your fragile ego? And it's like,
what are we
wait,
doing here?
what?
Again, where I'm like, how do I feel about Jada here? This I
I
don't
know,
know that
yeah,
she's
she
police. I don't
speaks
know that she's police commissioner. I don't know that she's I just know that she's kind of like
erratic.
erratic, like drop like so we're talking about our wedding and it's like yeah we can talk about our wedding but
Aren't you
don't you
late
have to
for
go to
work?
work? You told me 20 minutes ago you have to go to work.
And then
Ugh.
he's like, no, no, it would be amazing to have the wedding on my birthday. And then Jada goes, I'm beginning to like this idea. And I'm like, it was your idea. What are you
Okay,
talking about?
this is not Inception.
No.
You just out loud said we could do the wedding on your
And then
birthday.
she's like, huh,
Oh,
I could get down with
I think
my own idea.
what a great thought. What a
So
great,
weird.
truly, I'm like, who are you? What is crazy person?
Yeah, yeah. She's not putting her best foot forward in this episode.
It's fair.
So she's finally going to go to work. She goes, later, birthday boy, which really I hate. And also, it's not for a month. What? We've established this.
She's just like torturing him at this point.
Yeah. And also, as she's getting ready to leave, I just have to call out her layering. She is wearing a vest with no shirt as a shirt. And then she puts a blazer on over the vest with no shirt, and then an overcoat on over the blazer. And like, I get it's December, but like, that was crazy to me.
As a police commissioner, you have to like be professional, but as like a woman on television, you also still have to show
Skin, arm.
some skin, some
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah.
So I get so there was something about it's like, well, I also can't wear all these clothes in front of my soon to be husband. Like I couldn't like it was like, oh, I'm in my casual before work
Now I got to put my
vest.
business blazer on.
I mean, that's fair. It's the thing of like pretending it's cold outside, but again, nobody's ever going outside in any shot.
Yeah. Okay, so back with Arnold. EJ wants to know what the hell he's doing. And Arnold explains he's enjoying these strawberries, even though they're cut kind of girly.
Which is in like flower shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're still eating him, bud.
And EJ's shocked, Arnold's wearing his robe no less. And Arnold brags about how plush it is, not plush,
No,
thin
it's like
satin.
thin satin. It's yeah.
And then he talks about how good it feels on his naked body. He is wearing pants.
Yep.
So, like, I take umbrage with every fraction of this sentence.
Also, he's like, I'll take it off for you, and then exposes a nipple, and EJ is like, "God, no, God, how could you? Put it back on."
Was
like,
that at this point? Are you still thinking they have had a love affair?
Yes.
Okay, great. Just checking. Because as I'm saying,
it seems he's wearing the robe.
He's wearing the robe. He's going to take it off. EJ doesn't want to see it. Yeah, it's giving clandestine affair.
100%.
And then he talks about how EJ wants Arnold to get dressed and get the hell out of this house. No one can see them together. EJ's son, Johnny, catching them together was almost a disaster.
Walking in on them. Walking in on them is the phrase he used. And I was like, yeah, what else am I supposed to believe here?
Yeah, you're so right. This is the point where Arnold just wants some more vodka. He's like clearly pouring from a water carafe into his completely full glass of orange juice. It's incredible. EJ is freaking out and wants Arnold to leave. Arnold just wants EJ to relax. He goes, I already saw Johnny and his hot wife leave for work, so there isn't going to be another run-in. Creep.
Yeah, your son and his hot wife. But also, how old is EJ? I mean, I understand he's gray, so he's like
EJ's
old,
I think supposed to be in his 50s, and yeah, he has like a son in his 20s.
Okay.
But everybody is like weirdly rapidly aged in soap operas.
Yeah, that's fair.
EJ explains, what if Johnny runs into the real Rafe out and about and mentions seeing Rafe at the DiMera house? He goes, Rafe will be dumbfounded and confused. His natural state, of course. Drag. Absolutely
Unbelievable.
dragged.
Exactly.
EJ tries to convince Arnold that their gooses will be cooked if this gets out. But Arnold assures him his goose is going to be fine. Great comeback.
I was going to say.
Timely reference.
I was going to say, a very timely
Christmas.
Reference. Definitely, yeah. The Christmas goose will be cooked.
Yes, will be cooked.
My goose is going to be fine. I already ordered that thing.
It's glazed and resting.
It's glazed and resting. It really does. Again, I'm like still not quite. I'm like all of my notes, of course, now after finishing the episode, but all of my notes from this point are like, got it. Evil twin, Arnold and Rafe. Again, thinking they were evil twins at the time, they weren't.
Yeah.
I was like, who would name them Arnold and Rafe? Like a really, really brutal set of parents to give your twins these names. But they're not twins. They're, again,
strangers, frankly.
Strangers. They seem so intertwined.
They are inextricably linked.
Clearly inextricably linked.
Yeah. We're going to go back to the real Rafe. Now at home, he has a visitor, the iconic Mayor Paulina Price, played by Jack A. Harry. What a gift.
Really unbelievable. Like, I was like, what are you doing here? But
Jack A.
soon I realized exactly what she's doing here.
Yes.
And it is barely acting her way through these scenes.
I have to say, this episode in particular, they gave her the most ridiculous dialogue she's ever had on the show. Like, she doesn't usually talk like this.
Okay,
so I'm
funny,
like, she is fighting for her life through these scenes with Rafe.
I was thrilled to see her again. She was electric. Yeah. She's so much fun to watch, but also they were giving her they gave her an uphill battle. Some meaty stuff to do.
Yes. So yeah, she comes in, she apologizes for dropping by unannounced, although apparently that's one of the perks of holding Salem's highest office. And I'm like, you can just drop by people's homes unannounced if you're the mayor? I don't think that's actually a perk.
It's definitely not in the rules.
Yeah, that's an abuse of power.
So, I know it's like a small town, but
yeah.
This is crazy.
So Rafe assumes Paulina is looking for Jada, and he suggests he catch her in the office. But as a matter of fact, Paulina is there to see Rafe. She wants to discuss the aforementioned Jada, and the aforementioned Jada, when that came out of Jack A. Harry's mouth, I was like, what have they done? Like, that was my sign where I was like, oh, they have done her dirty dialogue-wise this episode.
You have to sort of just like turn your brain off when you're suddenly being like blasted by conversational exposition, which is like, where you're like, as I was telling you before,
Yes.
or the aforementioned Jada, or it's like, I get it. It's like something happened last episode and you're trying to catch me up on this, or like something happened before.
Yes.
But the amount of times that they have to throw those transitional phrases,
So
and you
crazy.
like, you're like, nobody talks like this, but that's
No.
okay.
Yes.
Because I know that we have to be told this. We have to be like coddled like a baby to be told that.
Because I'm so confused.
Yes. The aforementioned Jada.
Thank you.
Like, who I think I only heard her name like once that episode already, where you're like, I get it. We definitely need
aforementioned dropped in here
every
couple minutes.
We need that vocabulary.
Yeah. So Paulina wants to discuss Jada in her new role as police commissioner. Paulina wants to make sure Jada has every opportunity to succeed. And Rafe, of course, agrees. And Paulina responds, then you need to stay the hell out of her way. And Rafe is stunned, and we are at the end of the scene.
It's like, okay, you came here. You came here to talk to me.
You came to my house.
We asking for my help.
Yes. Okay, so now at the aforementioned office, aka the police station, which I'm like, I don't know if you would call that the office, but maybe I'm crazy. Yeah. Jada runs into lawyer Belle Black, blonde lady.
Yes.
Generic blonde lady.
Yes.
And they do a long series of complicated exposition back and forth. Jada's like, Belle, I'm almost always happy to see you, unlike our city's DA, who is EJ.
EJ, of course, learned this.
And Belle responds, oh, yes, that DA who tried to railroad Mark Green. And I'm like, why did we need this episode right now? Like, these are not characters in this episode. We are not. We
felt so unimportant.
Yes.
La, suits, EJ, end of note.
Yes.
Where I was like, we were just talking about some really important stuff here.
Yeah, they're going to be late for the abortion appointment.
What are we doing over here with Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yeah.
Or Belle Black, whatever.
Yes. Belle just wants to let Jada know that she bested EJ yet again. You know, he tried to question her client, Hattie Adams, without her present. So a judge had to let Hattie go. And Jada just goes, damn, that means I won't be able to prove that she tainted those cupcakes.
A very, very personal reason.
So when the first episode of Body and Soul premiered, everyone who worked on the show received a cupcake delivered to their home, and they were poisoned and they all got sick. Nobody died, but they all got sick.
And somebody thinks
Belle's client, Hattie Adams, who we did not see in this episode, poisoned the cupcakes.
Wow.
Okay. But I like the phrase tainted those cupcakes.
Tainted those cupcakes.
Yeah.
Again, such a minuscule reference to something that seems to be
quite dramatic.
Important. Quite dramatic and important. But again, where you're like, I kind of have to take that as like a drive-by of like, the cupcakes.
You're just like, those cupcakes, not for me to know. Not for me to know.
I missed that, and I'm probably going to miss it the next time too. Good. So thank you. I'll leave that one as it be.
Yes, exactly. Then Jada gets an idea, and she asks Belle to stay and chat. We're going to leave them for a second.
Yeah. They were semi-important, but honestly,
dry.
Jackie Harriet also just showed up on my screen, and I was like doing an instant IMDb, like, what do I know her from, and where? There was a lot of
You're
this.
Like, stop talking.
Yeah,
I don't care about corruption in the legal system.
It's like, guys, it's cool. I met you. I don't know who you are, but I did just see somebody from Nick at Night.
Come on
television. So.
So back at the hotel with Leo and Dougie Boy, the news about the necklace is lame. Leo hasn't sold the necklace yet, but he's found someone who's willing to sell it. Riveting. Doug is disappointed, as he said before, his grandfather's wife has been really nice and the necklace is a family heirloom and he feels so bad that he stole it and he's going to sell it. And then Leo, but tell me what your read of this moment was.
It was wild.
He reaches into a drawer, but I read it as he was kind of just standing at this dresser. I thought he was pretending to pull the drawer open and pull the necklace out.
Oh my God.
Something about the way he was playing it was like, That's not how you open a drawer.
Like he knows he's on a television show and he's just sort of procuring the necklace from
Yeah,
nowhere.
but it was like this weird, like he was working too hard at getting the drawer open. So I was like, that's not a drawer.
Or was it like a locked drawer that is got his
Maybe.
very not expensive necklace
Yeah.
inside of it? Like,
Yeah, I don't know, whatever. My red flags were flying. But regardless, he holds this cheap ass necklace out to Doug and he offers if Doug wants to give it back, there's still time. See, he's got a heart of gold. He'll fence the necklace.
yeah,
But he also wants to give you the chance to do the right thing.
you can make the decision. I'll sell it for you, but only if you want me to. But yeah, but it's also like, I mean, again, not to jump ahead, but then like if you're gonna be such a like you gotta go to bat for Dougie here.
I know.
You can't walk away with $50. Like, oh, sorry.
I love that. You're like, no, you got Dougie Boy a raw deal.
Either Dougie Boy brings it back home to his grandpa's wife, which is so bizarre to begin with.
I know.
Or he sells it and makes it worthwhile. These guys, these aforementioned
guys.
It's like they're coming after him, and they need money. High. They need like stakes are money. Stakes are high. Also, don't you write for a soap opera? Give him the fucking money.
It's like a locally produced community soap opera. I don't think he's making the big bucks yet.
That sweater he was wearing, I was like, you're making money.
That's like Banana Republic vibes.
That's Banana Republic money. Yes. That's Zara.
Yeah, at least.
At least.
Okay, back at Tate's. I thought Sophia looked like a beautiful painting as she stands outside the doorway eavesdropping. It's something about the lighting, and she's just like...
Yeah. The hair is falling perfectly.
Yeah.
She's like she's been like gripping the same like binder. It's like it looks like she's going to school, but she's like, about to pack for an abortion.
Yeah. She needs her homework to do in the car.
Yeah. She's missing a day of school, so she needs to do some catch-up homework.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
So yeah, she's eavesdropping on Holly and Tate. Tate's surprised to see Holly. They said goodbye last night because he told her he was visiting his grandparents, not facilitating an abortion.
In California. He's going to California.
He's going to California to visit his grandparents. Instead, he's actually just... Also, wait, curious, what state are they going to from Illinois
Famously
to get an
not
abortion?
Wisconsin.
Right. Like,
or Indiana,
Kentucky, like
what? I mean, no. Kentucky's not great either.
Oklahoma, what's below Illinois?
Ohio?
Oh God. I don't know.
Illinois, I would say Ohio.
Okay, maybe Ohio. You think abortion was legal in Ohio without a parent's consent if they're under the age of 18?
In 2024?
In December of 2024.
Do you think it was way back then?
Maybe.
I think it's more likely there than
I would have assumed Illinois it was.
So would I. So would I. Unless it's like a parent consent thing in the state. And I don't know enough about
and frankly, this isn't an abortion rights podcast, so I'm not going to look it up.
We're not going to unpack that. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, it is inherently an abortion rights podcast, but I'm not
inherently.
I'm not here to educate. You guys have to do that on your own.
Yeah, that's true. And it's important that we do. And I'm going to start.
Thank you, Bear.
You're welcome. Thank you. I'm virtue signaling. Can you tell?
Good job. Holly explains, it sounds silly, but since crackers are like $20 at the airport, I made you lemon squares to take on the plane.
It was the most like, if you don't know how to feel about Holly, she's coming in with me and my aunt made you our lemon squares. Like she brings over the most like guilt-filled, shame-filled like tray you could ever ask for.
Who's buying crackers at the airport?
Holly knows nothing.
What?
Holly knows like you're not buying crackers. You're not spending $20 on crackers because it's one of those things where you look at the price and you say it's not worth it. It's just not worth it.
Crackers are too expensive.
Plus, they're gonna give you some crackers on the plane.
Oh my God. So yeah, she delivers the lemon squares.
It's crazy.
Sophia rolls her eyes as Tate thanks her, and they start doing this lovey-dovey, like, I'm gonna miss you, you better miss me, blah blah blah, barf.
Tough to watch. Tough to watch.
So Christmas was yesterday. Holly got Tate tickets to a concert for that night for Christmas, but Tate had to go facilitate this abortion, so he couldn't go. So he was like, oh, I actually have to go visit my grandparents. So
I can't go see Mystic Brew with you.
I did look up to see if that's a real band.
Cannot be.
And it is not.
That cannot be a real band. It is
yeah, I'm like, are they witches? Like what?
It's December.
Brew? It's December. We missed the Halloween time.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tate wants Holly to take the concert tickets and she hesitates, but eventually she like agrees to try to find somebody to go with her. Holly's doing this like very weird whispery baby voice the whole time, being like, don't eat all the lemon squares in one sitting.
It's bad. What? It's really bad.
And they say, I love you. And Sophia looks like she's going to be physically ill. And Holly finally leaves and Tate sinks back against the door, guilt-ridden. And Sophia comes out and bitterly goes, sorry to be such an inconvenience. And I hate her.
Again, it's like, who am I rooting for?
Yeah.
Who am I rooting for here? Because clearly, like, I have some distinct empathy for you in your situation.
Yes.
But you, and then she says it, she's like, sorry, I'm being a bitch. And then 2 lines later, it's like, that brings that same energy back. Where you're like, I understand that this is a very emotional moment, but you are like really having a hard time reading the room of like, what's, oh my God.
Who feels what?
Who feels what in this moment? I think we all feel bad, but like, it's like no one said inconvenience.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm being such an inconvenience. No one said that.
He's not like sitting there being like, I hate the fact that I have to go visit my grandparents. Like he's on board.
Yeah. He's down to do it. He's turned down Mystic Brew tickets.
He turned down the hottest show in Salem the day after Christmas.
Everybody knows them.
Everybody knows them.
Dougie. End of list. Holly. That's it.
Oh my God. Oh, speaking of Doug, we're going to go back to Doug Jr. He wishes he could give the necklace back, but he needs the money to pay those people off. And I wrote, I don't remember who those people are, but I have to trust that they're bad. So Leo is suddenly struck with an idea, and obviously Doug thinks it's like related to the current situation they are discussing. And Leo's like, oh no, I'm not thinking about that. I should use this as a plot line for the show I write on. And this is where he gets into his diatribe, where he complains that a show that airs 5 times a week is like an evil taskmaster, a monster always needing to be fed. Kim Kardashian when a camera's around. What year is it?
Yeah.
That we're dragging Kim Kardashian paparazzi hound?
I think it's got to be one of those things where you're like, we just got to pick a name that everybody knows. Kardashian. Kim
Kardashian.
It's like you're like
low-hanging fruit.
Exactly.
My favorite thing about the whole Body and Soul like plot line is all the ways that they like become self-referential in it. Like they're all, every time somebody like is running their lines or whatever, everybody's like, oh, daytime Emmy Award alert. And I'm like, you guys should go to jail for that. So anyway, Leo gets back to the task at hand. He starts trying to give Doug a pep talk. Doug's family already thinks the necklace is gone, so they'll get over it. And then Leo's like, wait, that won't work in the scene I want to write. So he switches his advice to get the money, pay your debts, and put it behind you. And I do not know how that is different advice.
It's not.
It's the same advice.
It's the same advice, and also doesn't need to happen in real life in order for you to write it into your show.
Yeah.
You can write like things that haven't actually happened. You can like
wait, Bear,
a little bit of creativity.
Make no sense.
I know. You can only. I mean, that's why I watch Days of Our Lives, because I only watch things that have actually really happened. True stories.
Yes. Okay. Ripped from the headlines.
Ripped from everyday life here.
So are the days of our lives.
So are the days of our lives. And sometimes the days of our lives include sell the necklace, pay those people off, and move on. But again, that's horrible advice for what he's about to do.
Correct.
Like horrible advice to give to Dougie for what he is about to do for Dougie. And it makes me actually really sick. Like I really
If you're not going to do for Dougie what you could do for Dougie, then don't do for Dougie what you should not never have done for Dougie.
Exactly. Lady whistleblower doth protest.
I'm dead.
It's like you seem to have such an important, like such a hard stance on this, and then like is not able to come through on it. So I feel bad. I feel bad for Dougie, which I
Yeah.
never thought I would say when he opened that door and we were introduced to him, or I was introduced to
Yeah,
him.
you've been on a real roller coaster with him.
Crazy.
Okay. Oh, we're going to go back to Paulina and Rafe. We find out Paulina is pissed at Rafe because he citizens arrested Hattie Adams, the suspected cupcake tainter.
Right.
So Rafe is a private investigator now that he's not police commissioner anymore. And yeah, so
Is
he
that right?
citizens arrested Hattie Adams. And so Hattie lawyered up before Jada could question her. And now the whole case has gone to shit. Paulina says she has a vested interest in this case.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. She's got Jada's vested interest in this.
Potential title of ep,
That's a strong
vested
one.
interests. But yeah, Paulina's particular vested interest in this case was that her husband was poisoned by that miscreant. Miscreant?
She was just I probably just put something bad in the cupcakes or
It was
the muffins or
the milk was turned
yeah,
potentially.
exactly. I don't know if she's not a miscreant. She just
I don't know if we
doesn't
can
trust
throw that
expiration
around.
dates, you know? Like, come
Yeah.
on.
So Rafe says, he can't help it if he was hired as a PI to track down Hattie, and he got there before the police did.
Mhm.
And something about Rafe, I am getting the vibe that he is bitter about Jada getting his job.
Has to be.
But before things get too heated, Paulina explains that she's come to realize she could still use someone, and then she goes, with your special skill set.
Like,
Fighting for her life. Rafe is intrigued to hear that she's offering him a job, but it's not as her police commissioner, it's as her rat czar. And we leave cliffhanger. It's going to be a couple minutes before we go back to that. So I just want all of us to hold space for the fact that rat czar has entered the chat.
yeah, how the mighty have fallen from police commissioner to
rat czar
to a rat czar to a meme position
in suburban Illinois. We're going to go back to EJ and Arnold. Just thankfully, so we remember right where we left off. EJ repeats the already classic goose line, assuring Arnold that his goose would not, in fact, be fine. EJ reminds Arnold, in case his memory has failed, that Arnold was facing serious felony charges before EJ and his father faked Arnold's death and spirited him out of the country. But if the authorities were to find out Arnold was still alive, he would be immediately arrested. So that's what's going on with
right.
Arnold.
But did this happen pre or post face?
Post.
Like post. So
what happened was, per my research, Rafe was in a car accident and was like out of Salem. EJ and his evil father from the painting, a man named Stefano Demera.
Of course it is.
Yes. Had the idea that they would find a convict, an inmate in prison, pay for him to receive full face transplant and body transplant surgery.
Looks exactly the same.
To look exactly the same as Rafe, and basically use him as a puppet and like make him pretend to be Rafe to get insider knowledge. I don't know what they were
Makes
gaining.
sense.
I wasn't there. It wasn't my doing.
Fair.
So that's why they like created him. And then he did a bunch of bad stuff and people thought it was Rafe. And then like Rafe came back from healing from his car accident and everyone was like, oh my God, but who's the real Rafe? And then Arnold did, I think, also kill a woman, which is maybe referenced later in this episode.
It is Faye Walker.
Yes. So Arnold, looking like Rafe, Arnold went to prison. A bunch of people in the prison thought he was Rafe, the cop who arrested a bunch of them, and they beat him almost to death. And so then EJ and Stefano faked Arnold's death and got him pulled out of the jail spirited him out of the country.
Got it.
And have been bankrolling his life in Argentina ever since.
It's always Argentina.
It's always Argentina.
That is
Yeah.
like some incredible context
Yeah.
to give to this again tangled web.
Yeah. So EJ's like, one call and you're going back to prison. And Arnold's like, not so fast.
No.
You are the authorities and you're fucking embroiled in all of this.
I'll just testify against you. Yeah.
EJ cannot argue with that.
I mean, he's the district attorney, but for how long?
I was going to say, we're about to get into how corrupt he is. So meanwhile, Jada and Belle, they're having coffee in Jada's office. I also just have to point out, I'm obsessed with the fact all the generic decor in the police commissioner's office does not change over when there is turnover in the role. Like the office looks exactly the same as when Rafe was in it. It looks exactly the same as when someone else was police commissioner before Rafe. Like this is just the office.
That's the office. That's the set. It looks like this.
Exactly.
No freedom of expression.
That nameplate is the only thing that changes.
It's cheaper that way.
Yes. So Belle's congratulating Jada on the promotion to commissioner, and Jada admits that she's been intimidated by the promotion, not just because of who her predecessor was, wink, wink, but because she genuinely wants to do a good job. And that's dependent on EJ doing a good job as well. And he's botched so many cases lately, trying underhanded moves to win. And Belle thinks EJ is just determined to win at all costs. And Jada points out that whenever EJ has a conflict of interest with a defendant, he declines to prosecute at all, which I'm like, rampant corruption.
I was gonna say, probably pretty provable.
Yeah.
To get him ousted there.
Yeah. Jada feels like EJ makes her look bad, and she'd rather work with someone more like Belle. Ding, ding, ding.
I know someone. She's right there.
She's right there. Who's more like Belle.
Yeah, she's very much like Belle. She's right there.
Very much so. Okay. Back to Teen Corner. Tate's trying to explain to Sophia he had to come up with an excuse for why he couldn't go to the concert with Holly, hence the secret grandparents trip. This is where Sophia admits she's being a bitch, and I said, thank you, you are. Because I'm not going to give this scared pregnant teen an inch. Because if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile.
They'll take a mile, and they'll ruin your Christmas plans with your girlfriend.
With your girlfriend who you just told who you love.
But you clearly don't, because there's a baby over there.
So what happened? I mean, they were on a break is all I'm going to say. Iconically, they were on a break.
Okay. So it wasn't infidelity.
It wasn't infidelity. It was just unfortunate timing.
Bummer. I mean, Tate, you got to man up and take responsibility, which it seems that you are doing.
Yes, but he's still keeping it a secret from the woman he loves.
Tough. That is really tough.
Dicey. So, okay, Sophia admits she's being a bitch. She just didn't realize Tate and Holly were at the I love you phase. And Tate confesses it just happened on Christmas.
Yesterday.
Sophia laughs at the irony that Holly gets I love yous and she gets to have an abortion. And that's
karma.
What was the word I was looking for? Antithesis.
Oh, antithesis. The fact that line that you did, that it comes out of like a reference to Christmas.
Yeah.
Where she's like, Holly must have been the good one this year. Because she gets an I love you. And I get Cole.
And I get the teen soap opera version of Cole. An abortion. So now we're going to go out to the literal town square. It is called the Horton Town Square.
Incredible.
Holly's doing my worst nightmare, trying to find another friend to take to the concert, but everyone's busy.
It's the day after Christmas. Like everybody's with their family traveling.
Yeah, famously. So yeah, she spots Dougie Boy coming out of the Salem Inn. And for some reason, she has this like insane mush mouth in this episode that I don't understand. So she's like, Doug, oh, hey, it's Holly. We met at Christmas at the Horton house. I'm just like, speak up, my girl.
It's so funny because I took an exact 2 lines later. She's like, do you want to go to Mystic Brew? They're a great band if you don't know them. she throws this thing of like, you're not going to sell anyone on this band.
They're
Mystic Brew, they're a great band if you don't know them. Girl, you are desperately trying to offload some tickets here, and you can't put a sales pitch together.
It's so funny.
That's so I just thought that was maybe just the sort of like young acting choice of like,
yeah, I don't know
I'm
if it's
sure
her.
she's a delightful actor.
Oh yeah, and I've liked her on the show, which is why I'm like, why are you talking
Where are
like
you doing
this
here?
whole
Yeah.
episode? What's going on? Did you have like a
Mhm.
canker sore or something? I don't know.
She bit
Sorry.
her tongue. She probably
Yeah,
bit her tongue.
yeah. She burned it on some seasonal hot chocolate.
She burned it after she said, I love you.
Oh my
Ah,
God, I hate that. So Doug is freaking jazzed to hear Mystic Brew is in town. He loves that band. And Doug like lights up and asks Holly if she'll go with him. And she makes a face that's like clearly romantically conflicted, which I don't love because I am not convinced that they're not cousins in some way. Like it's a very
and
small
Doug?
town. Her and Doug. It's a small town. Everyone's fucked and had kids with everyone. So
Yeah.
I'm like, probably it's safe, but like I need them to do an explicit like family tree, da da da. This
Yep.
is how we're not related before I can co-sign it. So meanwhile, we're gonna go back to Rafe, who, like all of us, is trying to wrap his head around the Rat Czar situation. He briefly confuses it with the Nutcracker's Mouse King because he's cultured.
Great Christmas reference as
Uh-huh.
well.
And I thought Paulina was being metaphorical. Like when she said rat czar, I thought she meant like get the rats, like the corrupt rats in my administration.
Mhm.
But this is when I realized she literally wants him to manage the rodent problem in Salem, which is not a problem that we've been made aware of to this point. We then get what I can only assume is a paid advertisement by New York City's current rat czar, where Paulina goes, using New York as an example, they've implemented a program called Rat Action Plan, which has not only been quite successful, but the director of said plan is highly respected, as you would be.
It is the most like tourism board. Here's why you really got to sell them on New York.
The
They got
rat
this
czar is
rat
highly
czar.
respected.
This person, this one lady is incredibly well respected for getting rid of all the rats. And honestly, as somebody who lives in New York, they've done a pretty dang good job.
The rat action plan is working.
Historically down. We are down. Like rat sightings are way down. So like this is good. Rafe has big boots to fill.
But unfortunately, he's not interested. He's very unenthused and he's lost in thought, sipping from his clearly completely empty coffee mug.
I mean, he's not doing very good cup acting.
No.
But I do want to say that I think the actor of this scene award goes to, I don't know if you caught it, but when they were talking about rats and and it felt like there was like a real point of tension before them as they left, there was a fly that was flying around them.
No.
And it felt to me like the most like trash, like rat. It truly was like a paid actor in this moment where something stinks in this air or something. I truly was like, I know it's just a sound studio, but.
Well, now I'm like, are we going to get a whole plot line where like because Rafe turned down the role of rat czar, the rat infestation is going to overtake Salem and it's going to become a fucking like
rat infested trash city.
Yeah. Well,
flies everywhere.
We'll
see. First fly was just the one that I just
the canary in the coal mine.
100% the fly in the trash pile.
Yes. Okay, back with Jada. Belle is taken aback that Jada would suggest she take over as DA. I mean, she's only been back in town for a few days, and yeah, she's already won 3 cases, but one of them was just getting Philip Kyriakis reinstated as co-CEO. It's not a big deal. Co-CEO of Titan Industries.
Big deal. Big deal.
Big deal. She's like, the mayor has to be the one to make a decision like this, and Jada gets very serious and mentions that when she hired Sean back as a detective, he mentioned that he and Belle were getting divorced. So this is Belle and her ex-husband, both Salem natives, have been gone for a while and came back, but are splitting up. But now they're going to be working pretty closely together.
Of course.
Wait, Jada asks if Belle's reservations about the job are because of Sean, and Belle admits that working so closely with her ex-husband would be part of the complication, but she also has history with EJ.
Hard cutaway.
Frankly, who doesn't?
True Cliff. Yeah, I was going to say, it seems like EJ has fingers in lots of pots.
So to speak.
So to speak.
Oh, and
But
hard cutaway, cliffhanger.
but we haven't met Sean. We haven't met
Correct.
Sean
We
at this
didn't
point.
meet Sean in this
Because
episode.
they dropped that name, and then there was like, oh, this guy seems kind of important. He's
No, we
connected
won't
to
meet him.
the police department. No, we won't meet him. Great, cool.
Nah. So meanwhile, EJ's giving Arnold a lesson in the structure of local government. He's explaining that he ultimately answers to the people of Salem who don't like Arnold after he posed as the beloved Rafe Hernandez and bedded EJ's wife.
Crazy.
Whoa. This actually takes a shockingly dark turn where EJ refers to the fact that Arnold raped EJ's ex-wife Sammy, because at the time Sammy was with Rafe, and when Arnold was impersonating Rafe, Sammy slept with him thinking that it was Rafe, but it wasn't, and she couldn't have consented. I'm just like, damn.
Yeah, it gets into like a real moral, like, well, she didn't say no. Well, that's not consent if she doesn't have identification of who she's
and
with.
Also, EJ, you let him loose in Salem.
Yeah, that too.
You let the bad man loose.
And didn't tell Rafe that there's a person. So Rafe has, at this point today, in December 26th, 2024, Rafe has no clue that there's somebody running around with his face.
No, Rafe knows about Arnold.
He knows.
He knows. They fought each other.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How did they pull that off?
I know. Well, actually, no, I should say I read that they fought each other. I didn't actually see it. I don't know how it was executed.
Wow, incredible. I'm sure it was breathtaking.
Yeah. Arnold says, whatever, this is his whole thing. What am I going to do? I'll just do to you what I did last time when Bo and Hope Brady tried to throw the book at me, offer to testify against you, EJ. And then he slurps his tiny orange juice, and EJ clenches his jaw to indicate the scene is ending. Back in the town square, Holly is still just processing the concept of Doug having asked her to go to the concert. He assures Holly, like, it's not a date. He just doesn't know anyone else in town. And, like, obviously she likes the band too. So I thought we could go together. And then Doug weirdly suggests that Holly call Tate and ask if it's okay if she goes to the concert with Doug. And I'm just like, what in the trad wife influence is
like
this?
Why does, and she like really thinks about it. You get this nice long close up on her face where she's like, yeah, I think I would like that.
Yeah.
Where you're like, you don't want to do that. You've just been weirdly convinced by this dude.
Yeah.
This
Call
other
your boyfriend,
guy.
ask his permission.
You just be like, either, no, I don't want to go, or like, yeah, let's go together.
Yeah.
He's going to go see his grandparents.
It'll be
weird. Fine.
It's so weird.
But again, it's for the sake of the show.
Because she gonna get to it. She has to. So Holly calls Tate. The phone rings on the coffee table. Tate doesn't notice it because he's too busy trying to calm down Sophia. He's apologizing that Sophia had to hear him and Holly. And Sophia's bitching about how dare Holly bring these lemon bars and be such a perfect girlfriend.
Lady.
Chill. Tate just wants to focus and like move forward with the plan. He's like, since we have to go out of state for the appointment, we need to get our story straight. And he's like, I told everyone I went to California to visit my grandparents. And I'm like, his parents didn't follow up. Like he lives with his dad. His dad wasn't like, oh, they didn't tell me you were going to visit whatever, not my circus. And Sophia told her parents she's going to do a college visit with a friend this weekend, if she even goes to college. And Tate assures her she will, because they're going to handle this. And Tate heads off past the roaring fireplace to get his stuff. And Sophia dramatically turns with the least dramatic line. She goes, guess it's some consolation Holly won't be having any fun tonight either. Wonder if she ever found anyone to use those tickets. What?
It's like we don't need your verbal transition. The show just transitions scenes.
Yes.
You don't need to set us up for it.
Also, you don't care. Wild. You don't care if Holly found someone to go to the concert with.
It almost feels like she's like, did she fuck with the tickets in some way? It felt like she was like, just wait till she gets to the door with those tickets.
She thinks Mystic Brew is in town. She's got another thing
Those
coming.
Are for next week. It's like it feels, it truly was like I just learned she's in high school, and I just learned that
Yeah.
she gives asides to the camera.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I was like, who is? She was wild.
It's so funny. And then, yeah, back in the square, Holly's breaking down to Doug in explicit detail why Tate might not be answering his phone. Maybe he doesn't have his ringer on, or he isn't near his phone. And it's like, what? Everyone take it down a notch. We're doing too much. And so Holly decides she's just going to run back to Tate's and ask him in person. And this is why she has to get Tate's permission. Now we're in the home stretch. Now we have these like little snapshots of everyone we've been with, which is how you know. Rafe is sarcastically thanking Paulina for considering him for such an esteemed position as Rat Czar, but he knows she's only doing it to sideline him from his illustrious career as a private investigator. His investigations are interfering with police investigations, and I'm like, is that a rampant problem?
It's the same sort of thing, or it was like the Sherlock thing, right? Where you're like, when you want him, you want him. When you want him to help you out, he helps out. But sometimes he's just like there, and he doesn't answer to anyone. You know what I mean? Like,
he goes rogue.
Yeah.
I get that. Rafe, I think personally, takes it a step too far. He tells Paulina to take the job offer and shove it. I'm just like, don't speak to Mayor Price that way.
I was gonna say that was particularly angry. It was like, it doesn't seem like she has a very like ulterior motive with this
she's
position.
Like, I have a rat problem.
Yes.
Help
and
me.
I need you to help me because you're a trusted figure.
No.
Plus, then you could work with your wife or your soon-to-be wife, right? Like,
oh, and this is when Paulina just makes an incredible face when he says that. He's like, take the job offer and shove it respectfully. And Paulina's just like, and I'm like, okay. She had fun at work today.
She did. She had a good time. They gave her a lot more lines than she was used to. And
she said, and when she made that face saying, I did it.
I did it. That's the thing. And that's a wrap.
So Jada admits to Belle that she did hear that there was something between Belle and EJ way back when, but Belle assures her it's in the past and they're just colleagues now. So they did have an affair. Clearly. Belle just doesn't want to take EJ's job. She feels conflicted. And then she's like, I mean, I don't even know how long I'll be in town. And Jada begs her to consider it. And Belle sighs to show she is uneasy. But spoiler alert, she's going to take the job.
I was going to say, of course. Why wouldn't she?
Meanwhile, Arnold's about to climb up on his soapbox and talk to EJ about referencing the spooky painting hanging over the fireplace. He reminds EJ that it was him and his father, Stefano, in the painting who arranged for Arnold to have the plastic surgery to get Rafe's mug.
Which...
I know. And since Stefano's dead, Arnold says EJ will be responsible for everything he's done. And EJ doesn't understand why Arnold won't just take the money and run, but Arnold just shrugs as he again messily eats something and says he's staying put.
He says, I have no respect for you. I'll wear your robe. I'll eat your fruit. Your
gay cut fruit.
Exactly. I'll sit in your chair. Yeah, that's again classic villain. Back
in the square, Leo meets up with Dougie Boy again under the giant Christmas tree. Leo breaks the news that the necklace sold, but it wasn't as much as Doug was hoping for, and he passes him an envelope. I do wish we heard how much it sold for. It's made of plastic.
It's clearly made of plastic, but the thing is, it's like they clearly had high hopes where Dougie was going to be able to pay off his entire debt to those guys.
Those bad guys.
With a single necklace sale, and then comes back and he's like, this is nothing. Like, I can't even pay none of it. So much so that Leo is like, I won't take my 10% because I did a very bad job of selling this necklace.
Yes. Doug doesn't know what he's going to do because they won't accept less than the full amount. And Leo's like, oh, yeah, so generous. I'm not going to take my cut. But this whole scene, I was deeply distracted. And I don't know if you noticed the background actor wearing a gigantic red scarf sitting at a bistro table in the background. I'll send you a screenshot.
I was going to say, I'm gonna kick myself for missing it during the watch.
Fantastic.
Incredible.
Now, Paulina meets Jada in her office, and Jada reveals she wants to replace EJ as DA, and Paulina tilts her head, indicating shock and intrigue. Entire scene.
I was going to say, that was like 6 seconds long.
That was the whole scene.
I think I want to have EJ be replaced. Response?
She goes, I talked too much in my last scene. I need to just react.
I've reached my limit.
Yes.
That I was surprised by how fast that tiny little snippet came. Because, I mean, even how with these small little small conversations, tidbits of things where we're constantly cutting between them. It didn't feel manic up until
No,
this
until
last
now,
one.
until it revs up to the end. Yeah, yeah.
You're like, oh, they're really
Whipping.
wrapping it all up. Yeah.
Back at the Damaras, the doorbell rings, and EJ furiously leaves Arnold to go get rid of whoever's at the door. And EJ opens up, and it's obviously Rafe. So now we got two of these mugs in one house.
It was like they really tried to make it feel like it was like a push through the door, like a single cut from Arnold to Rafe. But it was so like clearly that they were like
different day.
Different day. Yeah, exactly. It was like so clearly not it. But it was also very effective to be like, wait, why is he here? I didn't know that these people
exist
had
in
really
the same...
had any relationship with each other. Also, I didn't know if they had known each other at this point. Turns out they had a full-on fight. I'm like, what's next?
Well, finally, at the end of this episode, Sophia's helping herself to the lemon bars. You know, she's eating for two for now.
For now. That is unhinged behavior.
Tate then, I think, appropriately reads the weird energy and sits and is like, are you sure you want to get this abortion? And Sophia kind of non-committally admits that, like, it doesn't matter. It's just what we have to do.
But she says it because it's like, well, obviously you don't want to have this baby, which is like, you're still in high school. Do you want to have this baby? Like, and the Sophia's way she spins it.
Sophia's whole thing is that her parents are like fundamental Christians and are like staunchly anti-abortion, and like they're really strict, and so she's kind of this like wild child, and now she's like, I can't have this baby and I can't get an abortion. Like, what am I gonna do? So she's so conflicted. She's got a lot. Maybe I've been too hard on the girl, but she has been rough.
I was gonna say, I've knowing what I know now, I was way too hard on her in the watch. Whatever. But at the same time, like, I didn't have that context, and I can only see you as the person you present yourself to me
which
as,
is
and
crazy,
which was a little bit nuts. To say that you're eating for two, like, you are delusional. I don't know. I just had a real hard time empathizing, but I think fair.
But they decide they're doing it. They get their bags. They open the door just as Holly's about to knock, and she stares at them blankly. End of episode.
But it was the noise that, like, we got this sort of like suspense noise. I had never heard that noise. Like, certain shows have certain noises that they play, right? Drag Race has the rattlesnake, right? Like, there's certain suspense noises, and this one really hit me in a way, and I don't know why it was, but maybe it was just the fact that, like, they opened the doors and they were suddenly like that close. They were like face to face.
What are you doing here?
Like, what are you doing here? Oh,
crazy.
I can't imagine do Holly and Sophia have a relationship, or are they just
they were ex-best friends? They were ex-best friends.
What is happening?
Then when Holly and Tate were together, Sophia kept flirting with Tate, and then Holly and Tate broke up, and then Tate and Sophia hooked up, and she got pregnant.
So Sophia's bad news. Sophia's bad news.
Unfortunately, Sophia's bad news.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah. Bear, wow. Thanks for going on this journey with me.
My heart rate is up talking about like this show. This show, like, weirdly.
Yes.
Like,
it hooks you.
Well, they do the right thing of like I'm very easily manipulated by like music and and a camera angle. Like, I am that target audience where you're like, you can pull me along if you do the correct editing.
Yep.
And there were some things in these and some moments in this where I was like fully along for the ride. And then of course there was some where I'm like,
shut up.
I don't care about this courtroom drama stuff, guys.
Yeah,
like,
I don't care about the tainted cupcakes.
Exactly. There's a child about to have an abortion and a guy sitting in a robe who I still don't know if he wants to fuck EJ or not, right? Like, I'm like,
it's on the table.
It's still possible. Like,
oh my God.
So it was one of those things where I was like, I knew exactly when to lean in and when to lean back, and that was
perfect.
I mean, that's a testament to a show that's like,
it's an iconic
through
structure.
But it's like classic that they're like, it's clear. I mean, that they are like taking swings at storylines where it's like, all right, here's the abortion storyline.
Yeah.
Here's the we're writing our own soap storyline. Like, it's like they have been going for 60 years.
Yeah. They're like,
You
well, what
gotta
are we
you
going to
gotta
do
do
now?
you gotta do something
Because
different,
we
new.
already did guy gets full plastic surgery to impersonate another guy
You
and do
can't.
all these crimes.
It's like
What are
you
we going to do
eventually you have to
now?
reset and start low again so that you can
Yes,
build up to the next like massive thing. You
exactly.
can't constantly
Devil
jump the
possession,
shark
you know?
over. Yeah, exactly. Like I can't wait.
Okay, what do we think? I mean, do we have any just like rough contenders for title of episode? I mean, the Rafe Arnold dichotomy I do love.
Rafe Arnold dichotomy.
Teen drama corner is a potential.
Yeah, a very special episode of
The
the after school
appointment.
special, the after school the ab appointment.
That actually might be
Planning
it.
my ab appointment.
Appointment. Okay, that's probably it.
That's
That's
very
probably
good.
it.
That's very, very good.
Oh my God, Bear, thank you again for doing
This is a
this.
blast. This
You're
is
the
so much
best.
fun.
I'm so glad. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm just like, I need people to know that Days of Our Lives is the blueprint for all like reality,
Yeah.
cheesy, like fun TV, and it's still churning out new episodes.
It was like people are like, oh, these things are so cliche, where it's like, yeah, but this thing created the cliche.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This thing built this thing was there before the cliche,
It was
you
cliche.
know?
Yeah,
Like
totally.
it, I
100%.
just think yeah, from first Arnold to last like knock on the door, I swear it truly was it was a
Yes.
roller coaster. I had a
Oh my
blast.
God, good. Bear, did you decide something you want to plug for the people? What would you like to plug with
Oh,
your
yeah, yeah,
platform?
yeah, yeah. Right now I've been watching a show called The Devil's Plan. It is a
Oh,
Korean like reality game show in
oh my
which it is a
God.
mix between Big Brother, Survivor, and Mensa. Because
Crazy.
there are no physical challenges, they are all mental puzzles. For a puzzle
Shout
boy
out The
like me,
Devil's
it is
Plan.
excellent. The Devil's Plan on Netflix.
Incredible.
That's what I've been
That's
watching.
what Bear wants to plug. Do you want to plug it? Do you want the people to follow
Oh
you
yeah,
if anyone's
yeah.
listening?
You can. I think I'm the only Bear Brummel on Instagram.
Very nice.
You can find me at
Very
Bear
good. Very
Brummel
good.
on Instagram. Yeah.
Folks, thanks for listening. You can follow the podcast on Instagram at So Are the Days Podcast, where I'll post screenshots from this episode, including the man in the big red scarf.
Thank you.
And you can also follow me on TikTok at Days of Our Live. I post stuff about Days of Our Lives on TikTok
Oh
because
yeah.
this is my entire life. If you like the podcast, listen, rate, review, subscribe, do all those good things.
And watch the show.
And watch Days of Our Lives streaming 5 times a week on Peacock. Well, streaming constantly, but new episodes 5 times a week on Peacock.
Amazing.
Word up. Bear, thanks again. Everyone, just be good to each other this Christmas.
Be good to each other this Christmas.